In this video, I'm going to go through the steps necessary to download Python to your computer and also to download IDLE. IDLE is an integrated development environment, that's IDLE, that will allow you to create and run your Python programs, okay? So we're going to upload our programs to Moodle when it comes to getting the assignments. There'll be more information about that later. But before you get started, you'll definitely want to download Python and download IDLE. Okay, they come bundled together. Okay, Python's free to download. I'm on a Mac. I'm going to show you the Mac version. The Windows version should be really similar. Okay, let me do a screen share here. I'll just share everything on the off chance that there's a pop-up. Okay, so I've gone here to python.org in the browser of your choice. Okay, which is right there. This is what the python.org page looks like. So once you're here, you want to click on downloads. And then from the downloads, you can select either Windows or the Mac OS. Okay, so either of those that you want to select, feel free to do so. Again, I'm on the Mac OS, so I go there. And we want to get the latest Python 3 update, or the Python 3 release. It's important that you have Python 3. Python 2 is pretty different. Okay, so we're going with Python 3. Okay, and then if you go there, it tells you a bunch of different things, but at some point you should be able to find an installer. Okay, and most computers now are 64-bit. If you know yours is not, pick the 32-bit, but if not, you can pick the 64-bit. Okay, and then for me, I go down here and go here, and it's going to ask me to go through and to verify the certificate. Okay, to agree to the license, all that stuff. Okay, hit install. I've typed in my password here. Again, it may be different if you have Windows. If you're having trouble, let me know. I may have an old video where I installed it on a Windows. Okay, should run fairly quickly if you have a good internet connection. Okay, and then you see that you have a couple of different things that come up here. Okay, and one of them is going to be, let's see what this wants me to do. Yeah, it just tells me it's complete. I'm going to move it to trash. Okay, so in particular, it's this IDLE that I'm looking for. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so with this, you're at, the book we'll talk about, probably, it's either in chapter 1 or 2, I don't remember. You're now at the Python shell. Okay, so I can type in something like print hello, and it didn't, oh, I'm in the wrong version. There we go. Let's do Python 3 instead of Python 2. Print hello, prints hello, okay, or 3 plus 4, no, 3, let me type correctly, plus 4 gives me 7, okay? So from here, then you can go, and if you want to create a new file, you could actually, and let's go ahead, let's do the hello world. I mean, just because we're in here with this, okay? So in this case, all I'm going to do is do capital letters are not available. I'm going to say hello world. Okay, that's all I want it to do. Okay, then from here, I can do a file, save. Okay, you need to know where your files are being saved. Mine are just in documents, and that's fine. I'll call this hello, and we'll have a .py. Okay, you don't want to put any spaces in your file names. You don't want anything weird like that. Keep it fairly straightforward. And for most of the assignments, I will tell you what I want you to name the files. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. I must already have it, so I'm going to replace it. And then I can do a run and run the module. And when you do, you see here that it comes back and says hello world. Okay, and the window allows us to go back to that program. Okay, so that's the basic idea. Okay, so there are other integrated development environments, other IDEs for Python, if you're interested. Okay, if you're on an iPad only, there's one called Pythonista. If you're interested in that, if you have to use the iPad to do the bulk of your work, if you can't get to a lab or you don't have a laptop, let me know, and I will see if I can get a free copy of that. I get access to a free copy for this class. If not, I think it's like $9. Okay, the iPad is not the best programming development for any language. No tablet is, but there are others out there. If you have a particular preference, just make sure. I'm going to be testing it in IDLE. I'm going to be using IDLE in all my examples, and I'm going to be using IDLE to grade it. Okay, so and if you have questions about your IDE, IDLE will be able to answer those. If you're using something else, then you may be on your own more. Okay, so if there are any questions about that, just let me know. Do this as quickly as you can so we can get started on things.